Good evening, Wareham, and welcome to the November 4th, 2025 Select Board meeting. May I have a roll call, please?
With us tonight is Joseph Still, Judith Whiteside, myself, Sarah Corbett, and Marcus Gomes. Remote with us tonight is Town Administrator Derek Sullivan, Town Council Richard Bowen. Absent is Jared Chadwick.
I declare that there is a quorum present. Pledge of Allegiance. It's your turn.
Last week, but hey.
Okay, do it again.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there anyone here who wishes to speak to the board about something that is not on the agenda? If so, please raise your hand.
Not this time.
Thank you. Announcements. Mr. Still?
Yes. I'd like to invite everyone on the behalf of the VFW. They're hosting a turkey Thanksgiving November 22nd from noon to 2 p.m. at 4 Gibbs Ballpark Road. If you have any questions, so you'll see the flyers go out this week. Phone number is 508-273-7116. And they're also doing a turkey giveaway and delivering meals to anyone in need, so reach out.
Is there a fee?
There's no fee.
Thank you.
None for me. Thank you.
I have none.
I have none. Not yet, not yet. No.
I guess that I would talk about a little bit about how neighbors help neighbors and how many people are impacted by the government shutdown. And we have at least two organizations here in town who serve the public, not only in Wareham, but really in southeastern Massachusetts. But also in Facebook, there are a lot of people who are offering to buy meals, cook meals, deliver meals. And it's just, what it really says to me is that something that I keep saying about Wareham. It is one of the nicest towns, and if you are down and out, Wareham will pick you up. Just want to say thank you. Okay. We have a 7:15 hearing, which we cannot do until 7:15. So, licenses and permits. Ms. Corbett.
I move to approve the application for seasonal all-alcohol off-premise liquor license extension from NAP Liquor Corporation, doing business as the Jug Shop, Ashish Kumar Patel, manager, 219 Main Street, Wareham, Massachusetts, 02571.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call. Mr. Still?
Yes.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so.
I move to approve the request for change of hours for Retrocade LLC, doing business as Rewind, 176 Main Street, for the 2025 entertainment license ending December 31st, 2025.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to change the hours as read into the record. The hours will now match the liquor license hours that were previously approved, so that's why this is on here. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Yes.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, yes, it is so.
I move to approve the request for change of hours for Retrocade LLC, doing business as Rewind, 176 Main Street, 2025, common vicular license ending December 31st, 2025.
Second.
Motion made and seconded is read into the record. Any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Yes.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so.
I move to approve the renewal of the following year-round common victular licenses for the year ending December 31st, 2026, under the provisions of Chapter 140 of the Massachusetts General Laws, pending payment of fees, completion of paperwork, and satisfactory inspections. Items 1 through 7 as printed in the agenda.
Second.
No,
Oh,
it's
just-
not 7, it's 17.
Oh, 1 through 17, sorry.
May you...
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve as read into the record. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so.
I move to approve the renewal of the following year-round common victular all alcoholic beverage license for the year ending December 31st, 2026, under the provisions of Chapter 138 of the Massachusetts General Laws, pending payment of fees, completion of paperwork, and satisfactory inspections, items 1 through 5 and 7 as printed in the agenda.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so.
I move to approve the renewal of the following annual entertainment license for the year ending December 31st, 2026, weekdays only, under the provisions of Chapter 140, Section 183A of the Massachusetts General Laws, pending payment of fees, completion of paperwork, and satisfactory inspections, items 1 through 5, as printed in the agenda.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, yes, it is so.
I move to approve the renewal of the following year-round retail packaged goods stores all alcoholic beverage license for the year ending December 31st, 2026, under the provisions of Chapter 138 of the Massachusetts General Laws, pending payment of fees, completion of paperwork, and satisfactory inspections, items 1 through 3, as printed in the agenda.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so.
I move to approve the renewal of the following Class 1 licenses for the year ending December 31st, 2026, under provisions of Chapter 140 of the Massachusetts General Laws, pending payment of fees, completion of paperwork, and satisfactory inspections, items 1 and 2, as printed in the agenda.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so.
I move to approve the renewal of the following Class 2 licenses for the year ending December 31st, 2026, under the provisions of Chapter 140 of the Massachusetts General Laws, pending payment of fees, completion of paperwork, and satisfactory inspections, items 1 through 8, as printed in the agenda.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so. And we don't have anything under item J. Just for the record, each one of these renewals requires several sign-offs by different departments. And from time to time, we have copied all of the paperwork, and that just doesn't make sense to me anymore. So what you have in your packet, and you've obviously all seen it, is the liquor license checklist, or the Class 1, 2, or 3 checklist. And so you will see the different departments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 12 different departments have to sign off on every one of these things. So there's an enormous amount of paperwork that actually has been gone through and accomplished by the time they get onto an agenda. Okay, I'll accept a motion on 9A.
I move to approve the request for abatement for curbside billing fiscal year 26 in the amount of $182.50 as requested by the Director of Municipal Maintenance Department.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve as read into the record. Any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so.
I move to accept a $600 donation to the Wareham Free Library Spinney Branch from the Friends of the Wareham Library to be used for sewer and water utilities.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so. Let's go to, we have no 48-hour business. Let's move those two sets of minutes.
I move to approve the Select Board meeting minutes for the October 21st, 2025 meeting.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go into a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so.
I move to approve the Select Board meeting minutes of October 27, 2025 meeting.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so. Are there any liaison initiative reports,
Yes.
Mr. Still?
I just do want to take a moment. We are a little bit of a week away here, a little early, but I want to take the moment to honor and thank all the service members in observance for Veterans Day. More notably, I want to remember a classmate who I went to school with, a brother. He was also a son. He goes by the name of Kyle Duffy. In 2021, Kyle enlisted in the Navy as a petty officer, 3rd class, and tragically left us last year while on active duty. Today, I just want to take the moment to remember Kyle and all the men and women who have served this nation and this town. So what do? Shake a hand of a veteran, take the time to pray for the ones we've lost, and most importantly, be prideful and thankful for the ones who've served. Nothing else from me. Thank you.
Thanks. Mr.
I
Gomes?
have nothing right now.
Ms. Corbett?
No, I have nothing.
Kyle Duffy. D-U-F-F-Y, yes.
I have an announcement on November 11th. There's a parade, a ceremony at Center Park, and a free luncheon for veterans in the Congregational Church Hall. This is the 3rd year in a row after the hiatus that had to be taken because of the COVID. I think there were something like 2,000 people who attended the parade last year, and it will be stepping off from Bessie Park at 10 a.m. The program at Center Park will be probably around 11 o'clock. The parade and everyone in it and everyone around it is going to be asked to be silent at 11 o'clock when the church bells will ring 11 tolls because of the 11th hour, 11th day in the 11th month. And I hope that all of you will be there. The weather's supposed to be perfect. We have a great Grand Marshal. We have a fabulous speaker, and we hope that all of you are able to attend. And the weather's supposed to be in 45 to 50, which is nice. Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Sullivan, how about your report?
Thank you. First off, I'd like to thank everybody, and especially the residents that came out for town meeting. Really appreciate all their efforts. I think it was a really good meeting. There's always a couple little hiccups there, but appreciate everybody's efforts, the department heads, and the volunteer boards and committees. Even if the finance committee wants to tell us who to answer the questions, we're okay with that. So, the remembrance trees are being sold. We had a good line on Monday, but there's still some available. So that is on the top floor of the Wareham Town Hall, and Patty Neal in the administration office is handling those. I want to say thank you to the Buzzards Bay Coalition. I think it's about approximately 2 years ago in Mattapoisett, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm trying to remember which town, they purchased some land that was an old tree farm. And that has some very large evergreen trees, and they allow us to harvest some of those every year to put out in the parks. And that is the big tree you oversee over at Bessie Park with the remembrance trees. So they're a great partner for the community, and we appreciate that. I'm going to move forward to most likely on our next agenda. I'm going to ask to go over the fees for the curbside collection. We will not be changing any of the fees, but as you probably know, our contract with Harvey is up at the end of this year. We've been negotiating with 2 haulers for the curbside collection program. We've narrowed it down to 1, and we will be moving that forward. Obviously, like everything, it's going to be going up, but we have the ability to keep rates stable for the next year, and then we'll put forward a program of how to absorb the impacts. And then that would be no changes to the transfer station either for next year. We're also working with CMAS. They've been bought out because our contract is up with them for an agreement to continue disposal at their facility. So just keeping you advised of everything going on. And I believe that should take us to 7:15.
Except that you need to tell us the fee for the remembrance trees, please.
They're still $75.
Thank you so
Same
much.
as the last meeting.
Okay, thank you. And they're available both in Bessie Park and on the onset pier, is that correct?
Yeah, onset pier, you need to reach out to the OBA for, Cat Jones is heading that up.
Okay,
That's done through the town.
yeah, just wanted to make that clear to everyone. Okay, we managed to do that. It is now 7:15. Ms. Corbett, would you please read into the record the notice for the hearing? And gentlemen, would you step forward, all of you? Thank you.
I move to open the hearing for the application for transfer and pledge of existing Section 15 annual all alcoholic beverages package store license from Sri OM LLC doing business as Mayflower Liquors to BTRAI Incorporated doing business as Mayflower Liquors, Siddhartha Temang, manager, and change of hours under the provisions of Chapter 138 of the Massachusetts General Laws.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded to open the hearing. Is there any further discussion on the motion to open the hearing? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. The hearing is open. Gentlemen, would you identify yourself for the record and probably spell your names? Sorry.
Sure. Good evening. My name is Attorney Thomas Souza, Souza, and I represent BRT RAI, or Bitray Inc. We're here before you tonight seeking your approval of a transfer of the existing license, the existing business, from the current owners to these gentlemen here. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and spell your names?
My name is KB Ray. I'm part of the owner of the BRT RAI Inc. So we're just seeking to transfer the license from the previous owner.
Good evening. My name is Siddhartha Temang, Siddhartha, and I'm the manager.
Okay, and the gentleman in the middle, could you spell your name, please?
KB Rai, KEBI. The last name is RAI.
Okay, and that would be in the application, correct,
Yes,
Mr. Suzie?
yes, as one of the principals.
Yeah, thank you.
And they also, they may look familiar to you because they are part of the group that currently owns Brown's Package Store. So they've been operating that store for a couple years now. I think they've done really well there, and they're looking to expand their empire, so to speak.
Any questions?
Thank you for doing business in Wareham.
Unless you have any questions or comments for us?
No. Just, again, we just wanted to, and it was mentioned at the start of the increase in hours until 11 p.m., Monday through Saturday. I believe it's 10 p.m. now.
Right, and just for the record, there is a very nicely put together document submitted by Mr. Souza on behalf of his clients in the office, which I have reviewed. If there's no further questions or comments, I'll ask for a motion to close the hearing, please.
I move to close the hearing for the application for transfer and pledge of existing Section 15 annual all alcoholic beverages package store license from Sri OM LLC doing business as Mayflower Liquors to BTRAI Incorporated doing business as Mayflower Liquors, Siddhartha Temang, manager, and change of hours under the provisions of Chapter 138 of the Massachusetts General Laws.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to close the hearing. Any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
Myself, aye. The hearing is now closed. I will now accept a motion.
I move to approve the application for transfer and pledge of existing Section 15 annual all alcoholic beverages package store license from Sri OM LLC doing business as Mayflower Liquors to BTRAI Incorporated doing business as Mayflower Liquors, Siddhartha Temang, manager, and change of hours under the provisions of Chapter 138 of the Massachusetts General Laws.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve is read into the record. I will note that this was advertised in the paper as required by law. Is there any further discussion on the motion to approve? Hearing none, I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so. Thank you, gentlemen. The paperwork, somebody from the office will let you know when the paperwork is
Okay.
ready for you to pick up.
I do have the certified mail receipts
I'll take
as
those if
well.
you don't mind,
Like
sir.
those at this time?
Thank you so much. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice evening.
You too, thank you.
And now we go back to the discussion about whether we want to continue to waive vendor fees for nonprofit organizations, which is currently at $25. Mr. Sullivan, can you weigh in on the history of the vendor fees, please?
Yeah, I don't have the exact timeline, but they were brought in when Select Board Member Holmes and Selectman Steve Holmes was looking at what was going on. There was lots of events going on in town, and vendors were coming in. And he felt like they were making money, and the town wasn't receiving anything out of it. There's certain vendors that are state vendors. Those are usually those guys running around with the carts, you know, at fairs and festivals that sort of show up. They have state licenses, but the ones that would come and pitch, you know, for lack of a term, tent and sell wares there. He and then the select board felt that, you know, there was, while it was something for our residents and to enjoy, they were making money off of a event within the community. And, you know, there's a lot that goes into these events that we don't necessarily charge for. So we felt like that was a way to give some funds back to the town for all the work that's done for these.
So if it's an event that uses town property, either roads or town, you know, the green or something like that, there are requirements for the paperwork. The applicant has to have insurance for the day of the event, and who pays for the police officers if they're required?
Yeah, details are paid by the event.
Okay.
So obviously there's other work that's done by our officers. We also, usually the police does have a lieutenant or somebody extra there so, you know, there's extra stuff being done.
And what was the standard practice before that vote? It was to just, was there no fee? Was there a fee?
Yeah, it was just kind of a, you know, the Wild West, if you will, so no fee.
So I think what we did was for the nonprofits for this year. So I can think of at least one for-profit organization which staged a spectacular event, in my opinion. So while it's on the agenda for nonprofit organizations, I kind of would like to talk about the whole thing. What is it that we want to see happening in Wareham, Nauset Village? And I would rather also postpone the vote until Mr. Chadwick is here, but because I'd like to have it a unanimous vote, or I'd like to have an active argument with him, maybe.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, but what do you
I would think the goal is to promote people to see Wareham for its beauty. So more events is a good thing. I mean, is it really restrictive for people to be charged a $25 vendor fee?
Well, if they have 100 vendors, yeah. But they're making money. I mean, not.
I think they charge the vendors a fee themselves.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And they do that as a standard practice?
Yes.
Like, that's not something new because,
No, they do it every place.
Now, this permit is the same as well, this is the same as a permit to sell in town anyway, right? Or do they already have a permit to sell wares in town? The nonprofits? Well, everyone.
Well, let's use OBA, okay? OBA is a not-for-profit, and when they have these festivals, each one of the vendors is covered under OBA's liability insurance for that one day, and presuming that they would vet their vendors. I can't tell you that that's the case, but knowing Ms. Jones, I'm guessing that it is the case. So, and as Mr. Sullivan pointed out, the state vendors, the guys with the balloons and stuff, we can't do anything about them because they have a state license. We can't allow them, we can't not allow them. So those are sort of the facts.
I would say just personally speaking, if the goal is to get more people to put on more events, anything that would restrict them monetarily is probably not a good thing.
Well, I would be in favor of continuing to waive vendor fees for the nonprofit organizations. But so Joey, are you saying that you're in favor of waiving the vendor fees for all event organizers, profit and for-profit and nonprofit?
I mean, yeah, the goal would be to have as many events as we can. The best way to do that would be to take out any restriction possible. If it operated, as Derek called it, the Wild West, then maybe we don't call it the Wild West, we call it, I don't know, circulated chaos, maybe.
Yeah, but you can prevent that by not licensing the event. But I think you have to have, I think in order to not license an event, you have to have reasons to not license it.
I mean, I'm in agreement with just the nonprofits as far as right now, you know. But if you want to wait for Jared,
I think it's probably best to wait for,
Yeah.
for a whole board, but
Okay,
that's just my thoughts with it.
okay. Okay. Anything else to come before this board?
Nope.
Your turn.
motion to adjourn?
Is there a second? Motion made in a second to adjourn is not debatable. I will go for a roll call vote. Mr. Still?
No.
Mr. Slavin?
You know what, I'll change it, we'll do it, yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Gomes?
Yes.
Ms. Corbett?
Aye.
And myself, aye. It is so. We are adjourned at 7:26. Thank you very much, Wareham. Good night.